Starting right. All right, what's going on, FNG? We're back again. We're doing a preview to season 2 FNG Madden 19. Yeah, Tranks.
Reign of the Browns.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm
Reign of
started
the
off like this.
champion Cleveland Browns 38-0.
Yes, sir. So I told y'all I was gonna do it during the draft, but we didn't do a podcast on the draft.
Yeah.
Everybody's concentrating to make sure they got some good picks.
Everybody's focusing.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they was focusing. Even I was. So,
Oh, wow. So that's what a championship cigar looks like. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
keep smoking. I think we got a chance now.
Right, exactly. Dude, I tried to smoke this the other night. Yeah, it ain't happening. I ain't a smoker. It tastes good.
Hey,
it's
do me
all
a
right.
favor, right? Put it up there really clear so everyone can see it.
What, the cigar?
No, the trophy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said the cigar. All right. Right here.
That is amazing. Yeah, there we go. That's a good one right there.
That's it.
Turn it around.
Right
Turn it around. Let's see that ass. Let's see the backside.
Hey, right there you go. There you
go. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, see, you about to break it.
He's even like, Tony Tillman, please.
Yeah, dude, there it is. Yeah.
That trophy there is a la the Titans owner, Mr. Tony Tillman. Very good work, brother.
Excellent job. Excellent job.
You know, I can't wait. It's motivating me to focus a little more in the playoffs.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Maybe I can get one.
Yeah.
That is hot. That is real hot.
Oh man. Let's see.
So before you move on to the new season, tell me about the Super Bowl. I mean, you got there with a little bit of struggle. You know, I remember your playoffs. You played the Ravens, and then there was a little bit of technical difficulties by Commissioner Advance, and you made it past the who did you beat in the AFC Championship?
I beat the Texans. So
Texans, okay.
Yeah, I beat Isaiah.
They're now the Browns.
Yeah.
I mean, they're now the Bears.
The Bears, right?
Isaiah Thompson moved over to the Bears.
Yep.
So when you got to the Super Bowl, did you watch the Falcons and Cardinals game?
Of course, yes, sir.
Okay,
but I'm not the one to sit there and take notes and I'm gonna do this if he does this or do this if he does that. I just wanted to watch a good game, which I thought it was.
Yeah.
But in both games, when I played the Texans, my very first play was a touchdown. So on my offense, touchdown, and then from there, I never looked back. I never gave up the lead.
Okay.
Both games was totally different than the regular season.
You played the regular season.
Right. So when I played the Falcons, he actually was beating me at halftime by 21. And I came back and beat him by 7.
Impressive. It's too bad he didn't record that and see what he did right, because that would have been one to tape to bring in.
Yeah, but in that game, I remember he actually changed up his game in the second half. So it made it easy for me, where for myself, I didn't care. Right. I was like, I lost this game. Here's my first loss. I take it on the chin. And then I started seeing myself coming back. I'm like, well, I'm not going to change nothing. Right. So I'm not going to lie. My kids was on my lap. It was working. Right, we had the TV going. We watching the movie at the same time. And I'm just like, shoot, all right, distract me. Keep on distracting me because I'm winning because of this. And I want to win in that game.
And again, speculating. But it could have been just the pressure. There was none because I'm probably not going to win this game. So I don't really have anything to lose. And you stop worrying about getting tight on every pass. And you were comfortable. And that's probably how you came back. Where he might have been tight the whole game and just got out early. Because you know how it is. Sometimes the ball bounces your way early.
Right, yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
And he didn't make any halftime adjustments, I assume?
No. And that's how I came back. I played great defense, got a couple of picks in the second half. And it was second half was easy compared to the first half. First half, I wasn't reading my plays right, throwing it right to him. So he definitely owned me in the first half, and then second half I took over. I played the Texans. That game was only 10-3.
Oh, all right.
That was a defensive game. I couldn't do nothing. So in the playoffs, I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous, but I was actually more nervous when I played Reggie, which was the
Yeah, you guys matched up really well.
The Ravens, and his connection was a key. So shout out to Reggie. I just left his house. I just left his house. It was his son's birthday party today. He got a beautiful setup, and I was like, "Hey, show me your spot where you lose at the most."
Oh! So where on that couch do you lose the most?
Exactly, man. He showed me.
That's actually not bad.
Man. Yeah, he got a nice little setup, and his connection was actually the key. He could have easily won that game. So I told him even today, and I know we're gonna talk about it later in the show.
Right.
I can't see myself going undefeated in this league this upcoming season because I play some heavy hitters.
Yeah.
AKA your division. Yeah, your division. I play all of them.
I mean, NFC West.
Yes. And then on top of that,
you're gonna earn this record, whatever it is you get.
Yeah, exactly.
Luckily, I don't play you during the first 4 games of the season.
Yeah. Actually, I need to pull that stuff up because give me 1 second. Let me plug up my thing because I think I played Dan week 8. Hey, I've been studying the schedule.
Well, before we get to the schedule, let's go over the draft because I know that we didn't have a podcast for the draft, and we crowned a new champion. There were some early draft trades that were supposed to have happened and didn't happen, and then one that did happen for next season. You know, obviously I was penalized, and one of the portions of my penalty was I was supposed to give a first-round draft pick to the Cardinals and the first-round draft pick to the Texans, but since he moved to the Bears, we traded it to the Bears just to be fair, right?
Right.
Even though I should have thought about saying if you're going to move, you don't get the draft pick. Maybe I should have argued that a little harder. But
nah.
That trade for some reason was never accepted. Were you told why Hossein and I, the commissioner, was confused why he never accepted the trade, but the Texans owner, the Bears owner did?
He said it was an issue on his side where he was saying it said I guess he could accept it, but wouldn't accept it. And it was an error. So my thing is this, and I told him, we was actually on a headset that night, and I actually forgot all about that trade. Of course, it didn't affect me at all.
Because you were focused on your draft, like most people were.
But my thing is, if I know I'm getting a first-round draft pick, I'm gonna, make sure I'm gonna get that pick. So I'm like, wait a minute, Dan, where's your other pick? And he told me about the error. I'm like, why are you trying to? You can't get it now because the draft has started, but why didn't you push the issue to make sure you got your pick?
That's the thing. You are allowed to draft. We don't usually make any trades during the draft, but in an emergency or where something went wrong, obviously we can draft it anytime we want because I had a late pick because I made the playoffs.
Yeah.
It could have been like, yo, let's try to trade now and at least make an attempt.
Yeah.
The thing that confused me, and I'm not trying to beat the guy up or anything.
No.
I'm just surprised he didn't contact us through you or just make a little more noise. So, because here's the thing. While I offered the first round pick to both, I don't want to give up the first round. If you have any idea how much I love the draft, I didn't want to give up nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, does he want the pick? I don't want to. He's not communicating. At least not because I even sent the trade through and tagged you in there because I couldn't tag him. I figured you would pass the message because you were tagged in there.
Yeah.
But didn't hear anything. So it was just a little confusing to me. Didn't hear anything. So that was probably the only confusing thing in the draft that I felt.
Yeah.
But
y'all was communicating through me, but I'll tell him like, hey, I mean, for one, because of course, when that whole thing went down, he was so frustrated. He, kicked himself out of Facebook group,
right.
All that other stuff. So it was getting him back on. I invited him back onto our Facebook page.
Yeah.
And he had an issue with that. So Hossein and him figured it out, but that was a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
They just figured that out.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if it was that big of a deal, you could have, I love my brother, but my thing is you could have, addressed it days before the draft. So
well, either way, it was just confusing to me, and hopefully, we don't have any issues like this, so it's not an issue. But trades are sometimes bugged, and if you don't get this for future reference for anyone else trading, trades in Madden are a little bugged, and sometimes if an edit is done, it won't allow you to complete that trade this week. Or if one team has played and the other team hasn't, the trade won't go through until both teams have played. Then the trade will go through.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of bugginess. There's no real surety that the trade's going to go through then and there. But you got to keep attempting.
Yeah.
So
I just did a trade with the Bills, and we see that.
Yeah.
Because I played my game. Huh?
Kind of weird how that works, where you both accepted, nothing's been changed, but nothing goes through, and the next week you had to do it. But as long as it goes through,
Yep.
And just so you know, if for whatever reason, it should be obvious, but maybe they think I'm a tyrant, or Hosian's a tyrant. If that trade didn't go through by the preseason, we still will allow you to do that trade. We will allow you to do that trade during the season. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't count as your in-season trade. It would still be the off-season trade.
Right.
Just so you know. And for anyone watching the podcast, and if you can, let Hosian know that we are on right now.
Yep. Yeah. Is he? He just hit us up.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm about to invite him right now. So while I'm doing that, actually, I did I got my trade through finally.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's because I'm heavy with wide receivers, and Josh Gordon. I love him. He's a champ. Right. But hey, he's hot right now. It's good to get him out. I got 2 stud wide receivers.
What team did you trade with?
Huh?
What team did you trade with?
The Bills.
You traded Josh Gordon to the Bills.
To the Bills for a 2nd-round pick.
So I guess it hasn't gone through because I'm looking at the Bills. I don't see him.
Yeah, it hasn't gone through yet. We accept it, but until we advance, it'll probably go through.
You'll get it done eventually.
Yes, sir.
That's a good receiver, man.
Man, hey, I know I was hesitant.
I hope you didn't think we were hating on your trade. I hope that because that's not what we were doing.
Yeah, no, not at all. I seen your text. I ain't take that for that at all.
Yeah, I just really no. I not even that. Not talking about our private conversation. I'm saying in the trade when the guy asked for a receiver, because he didn't really respond to you. I said, well, let me shoot my shot and toss my receiver out that could potentially be traded because everyone else really, one, is not worth a 1st-round grade or even close. Yeah. And 2, it's part of the future for the 49ers versus the guy that I was looking to trade because, I had a rookie last year, Dante Pettis now is a starter. So Pierre Garçon's in the slot right now. He's good enough to still start in the top 3. But he's not, I could trade him and let somebody lesser, like the new draft pick returner guy that I got, get in the slot a little bit. So I wasn't trying to hate on your trade with the first. I was just offering another option. And he also wanted to trade a 2nd-round pick, too.
Yeah.
But even though that trade has been consummated, my personal opinion, he shouldn't have done it.
Why?
Like I said, the guy that you traded is a 1st-round grade. So I'm not saying because he's only 28, got the guy's star progression. He's a 1st-round pick trade. I'm not saying, but he could have just picked up a guy with similar stats off of free agency, like you just did. You just picked up Terrell Pryor Sr. and trust me, the only reason why I didn't pick him up, like I saw him in my receiving core, is that I'm satisfied with what I got at receiver. You know what I mean?
Right.
He could have got out Callaway for a little bit less money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like a 5th round or 4th round on your team. I'm not saying Josh Gordon ain't great, but it just is real expensive for a team. And I think I was talking to the Giants or the Chiefs. I can't remember who it was, but I was like, he just drafted a receiver, 4th overall, and it looks like it's not the receiver he should have drafted. He should have drafted the receiver the Rams drafted. Did you see that? I mean, since we're on the draft,
let me go to
the
him.
Rams drafted a receiver, and we haven't gone to the power rankings or the schedule yet, but his rookie, Rashawn Bass,
97 speed.
This is the guy that the Chiefs, the Bills should have drafted 4th overall. 97 speed, 90 acceleration, 95 agility. That should be enough, right?
God.
6'1", 82 catching as a rookie, 73 catching traffic. Route running is 71, 74. I'm sorry, spectacular 71. 74, 76, 83 as a rookie.
Development is good. Yeah, quick development.
82 release. This is the stud that
he missed out on that one.
Well, I mean, the 40 times there, it confused me, and for him to be giving up a first round pick for a receiver next year, for receiver now for next year, it's almost like he just said, I don't want the guy just drafting number 1 overall. It confused me. But then I don't know everything. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe he wants to use him. I don't know. But the guy that he drafted was buns, for real. I mean, looking at him.
Who did he draft?
Let me see. He might even cut him already.
Cut his first round pick?
Yeah. He might even cut him already.
I don't see no wide receivers there.
Yeah. We're gonna forgive the assumption I just made because the guy I was talking about, the Patriots. The Patriots drafted this guy, Quantavious Sullivan.
Okay.
With 87 speed, 6'2", catching is 83, catching traffic is 86.
Yeah, that's not a terrible pick. I mean, it's
4th overall.
But he's a star. Development.
So.
Yeah, no, I'll take that back. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
you look at speed, acceleration. Yeah.
It just look weird.
Yeah.
How tall? I guess I was more screaming, why did he come in my division versus go to the person that drafted for the guy receiver 4th overall? I think he drafted him. Look at his awards. He was drafted. Yeah, this is the guy that was drafted 4th overall. It wasn't the Bills.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm sure the Bills did draft before you, right?
Yeah.
So they could have drafted that guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. That's what I thought. But either way, that was a little confusing to me. I was not happy that the Rams got him. If you can't tell, I wasn't happy the Rams got that guy. And that should
you got to see him twice.
Do I or do I see him during my first 4 games?
I'm sorry, dude. I'm tripping.
I don't know. It's possible. It's possible that 2, 3. Yeah, he's my 4th game. So the fourth game I won't see him.
Dang.
I play the Ravens, Cardinals, Saints, Rams. So that's 2 division games I lose potentially.
Yeah. You got to say wide receiver twice. It was a good draft, man. I mean, my first 5 picks, I had 5 picks in 3 rounds. So I had 3 third-round picks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's when the Browns doing it just normally. That wasn't something that you traded for already?
One trade. I traded my what's his name? Taylor to the Jags.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I got his 3rd-round pick for him.
Okay.
So that's what gave me 3 picks in the 3rd round. So I picked up 2 stud wide receivers. I believe I'm gonna make them 2 stud outside linebackers. So yeah, man. Yeah, I had a good draft. It wasn't bad. I'm not complaining at all.
Well, funny enough, I actually believe I had a pretty good draft too. I mean, I had a couple misses late in the draft, but my star picks were my running back, the power running back that I got. That's always been my running style anyway. The backs I currently have are finesse backs, and I'm not going to have I don't know who the 49ers have in real life, number 48, the guy who used to be with the Redskins, that running back. That's the power back, but I don't like him. I like a young stud. I forget the guy's name. It'll come to me. But the little bit of practicing I've been doing, because I haven't played preseason either because of the sanction, I like him hitting the A-gap, dude. He's a load. A young LeGarrette Blount. And my first round pick was a linebacker, outside linebacker. What's the guy's name? Here it is. Michael Fairley. I like all of his numbers. I was, obviously didn't expect to have a first round pick, so everything's win-win, but it was a really good pickup.
Yeah.
Really good pickup. 90 hit power, 81 tackling as a rook. Quick development. Speed. Well, he's a rush linebacker anyway, so it's not like he's going to be in coverage too much. 70 speed, 83 acceleration, 77 pursuit. High power move, so every time I blitz him, he's going to be in there, stopping the run. 84 strength. This is a rookie, dude. I am really, really excited about getting him on the field. And he's got 1,000 million traits too: balance, conservative play, predictable re-signing. He's got the swim move, bull rush, high motor. This guy's a stud. So I was very, very happy with him. And I think my third round pick was the receiver, or third or fourth round pick was the receiver, Cameron Vermiglio. All right, here we go, right? 94 speed, 97 acceleration, 77 catch, but, he really wasn't even supposed to start, you know what I mean? Because I have a really good kick return team, and because my kick return is the starter now, this guy will be, I think this will be my little Don Beebe returning for me. Anybody who's an old head knows he was a famous receiver. So I'm excited. I got a good right tackle because Joe Staley retired. Good meaning he's just okay. He ain't great.
Okay.
The retirement was a surprise. And another part of my sanction was no free agent signings, because I definitely would have signed the offensive lineman or free. And I was the number 2 paid team last year, so I had plenty of money to sign. So, trust me, we're doing a patchwork line with what we have right now, and I like what we got. I like our chances. Hopefully we don't get any injuries in the next 2 preseason games. Knock on wood. Because the first preseason game, I don't know why they have us play the Rams during preseason. Gurley's hurt for 12 weeks.
What? Hey, did he post that on Facebook?
No, he didn't post it on Facebook. He didn't want nobody to know that.
No, it was somebody posted something about injuries.
Oh, it was the Chiefs. The Chiefs was like, injuries are real this season or something.
Okay.
Yeah, he I can look and see what they look like, but so far as no player injured on the 49ers as of this podcast.
Right.
Bears, nobody. Bengals lost somebody. They lost the right tackle. Computer. You lost 2 people. Calvin is gone, and your outside linebackers.
Yeah, my rookie. Yeah, 5 weeks, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Actually, it's something I brought up too. I want to before we go on, I want to do tips of the show, and then we'll go on with the topics. But just to help people's games out. So every show we do, I'm gonna give a tip out, just to help you out. Something I learned. So I remember last year during kickoffs, and I wrote it down as soon as you brought it up about your kick returner being a starter. But last year, I remember a lot of guys would grab another guy, have him go either far left or far right, and then they'll run in that direction or something like that, just to get a kick return. This year's tip, you don't need to do stuff like that at all. The key is just run straight. Try to follow your blockers. Will work all the time? No. Hey, just to make everybody.
Tiger. Well, what is the thing? The dog is out now. The cat's out the bag. Let the dog.
Yeah.
Well, who let the dogs out? It was the champ. No. Tiger could not understand why I had a guy, my starting receiver, Dante Pettis, who was the rookie last year, who almost made the playoffs if he had, the Pro Bowl if he didn't get hurt. He's 90 speed. He's not super duper fast, but he has high agility, high kick return, high elusiveness. There's a lot of good stats he has as a kick returner. I was just running straight up the middle and just going untouched.
Yes, sir.
What you just said proves that you just really got to follow your blocks.
Yep.
And everyone would ask me, but I would never tell them. I would just say, hey, you just gotta, just follow your blocks. But you pretty much said it. You don't have to do all that special stuff. Like, I don't know, did you see the Rams? I saw the Rams play the Giants in preseason. I happened to be in their party, and they broadcast the game. The Rams were doing something where they would run all the way to one side and then run all the way to the other side and up the field. And the guy was fast. And the Giants on the Tiger Roar wasn't really adapting to – because obviously he did it, he tried it once or twice. He's going to do it until it works. I'll just have somebody stand on the outside and just hit stick him, if he comes over there or whatever. But that is not as necessary. Really, you can kind of just follow your blocks. Unless your guy has just blazing speed like that receiver he has.
Yeah.
But you're right. You can just go right up the middle.
Yes, sir. Follow your blocks. And if you see the guys are collapsing, a tip that you gave out last year, just have your guy fall right now. Don't take the hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, both way. LT, RT, and X.
Yep.
Fall right now. That's it.
Just tap X. Yeah, just tap X.
Tap X. Yep. So,
and the guy will just, any receiver or running back, anybody in the open will just give himself up on the play.
Yep.
Like Peyton Manning or any receiver that doesn't want to get hit.
Yes, sir.
And and I don't have one fumble on kickoff return as of the last year and whatever is preseason.
Yes, sir.
Play, but
all right. Hey, tip of the day. I'm gonna do that every show.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I don't like that tip that much, man, because I don't like when my secrets come out. I don't like that. I like that. Right. Be mysteriously good.
Right. All right. Couple of topics. I put it on our page. I also put it on the YouTube.
FNG Football League is our page.
Yes, sir. So we already talked about the draft. Nothing. Knock it out. Something you put on here. Computer games.
Right.
Talk about that.
Sure. Currently, the rule is you only have one attempt to play the computer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'll be honest. That's been kind of a loose and fast rule the last 15, 20 Maddens we've played. All right, maybe not 15, 20, but it's been a while, right? We haven't really enforced it. As long as it wasn't 8 times replaying the CPU, if you had 2, maybe 3 times playing the computer, we didn't really care, because one, it's a computer. Mm-hmm. If you play computer all season long and you beat the computer, I promise you'll go to the playoffs and get beat by one of those guys because it happened. We were just talking about it before the podcast started. The Jags, they were kicking tail, and nothing but computer games because they had a low record at the time. Mm-hmm. So he had an inflated record and thought that he was better than he was. And as soon as he got in the playoffs and had some human competition, bumped right out, one and done.
Yeah.
So we didn't really enforce the one time against the computer that much unless it was me and you were playing and I disconnect. You have one time to play me and that's it. That we didn't really enforce. But the other ones, the regular computer games during the season, we didn't really enforce because it wasn't a big deal. All the human players were good. So, but now I would say, without pointing anybody out, I had a couple people. Bear with me here. Go ahead. We had a couple of people who were taking advantage of the fact that we were being loose and fast with the enforcing of the rule. So, in other words, there was a speed limit. We weren't enforcing it, so they were going 150 miles an hour. And, they were doing multiple times against the CPU. And other people were following the speed limit and saying, hey, man, this guy doing it 4 times, 5 times against the computer, and there's the playoff guys that are going to take my spot with that win. What's going on? I say, you know what? Fine. And I actually made a post last season. As of today, 1 time against the computer, and I think somebody broke the rule the next week. Not even that week, but the next week. So, they kind of knew was going to be enforced because, like I've said before to some other people, sometimes it takes cutting somebody's hand off to realize, hey, you're not stealing no more. You know what I mean? Give you a warning, then punishment. Well, we had some people who, and it actually happened to me during the season last year, where I played the game, it disconnected. I was playing the Bears, I think, before he left. And he couldn't play. I played the computer, and I got disconnected. I literally had like 2 minutes left, or less than a minute left. It disconnected. I'm like, well, it's a computer game. I can't afford no suspensions. I'm on a playoff, run. So I said, all right, and it said game in progress. It had the score of what it was before it disconnected, and luckily I was able to play the Bears. He said, oh, I'm able to play, so. Both he and I played, and I was able to finish the game. But it happened to a couple other people where they couldn't finish the game and they were disconnected, and they feel like they're being penalized. So it's like I don't really know what option I have that is going to be fair and balanced to everybody. You know what I mean? Because if you're playing the computer and you could disconnect it and you restart that same game and finish it out, it looks the same as someone who is playing a computer, Todd Gurley gets hurt, and I turn the game off and turn the game back on. It looks the same. It's still 2 starts. There's no way for me to know, and as of last season, the honor system doesn't work as well. So it's just not fair to, I don't know.
I don't know. I think of it different with the computer game. I'd rather see the game being played than a sim. Of course, injuries, stuff, all that stuff could happen. But the thing with me, I remember my first season in this league. So we're talking about 2015. I'm new to the league. I'm playing my games, and my youngest, I think at the time she was just not even 1. But she tapped the Xbox button, and I'm in the 4th quarter, almost done with the game. You know what I'm saying? And I remember, I think I was talking to you, and it took a while to say like, "Hey, go ahead and play it again." But I was like, "Hey, I promise, I'm in the rules. I was actually winning the game, but my kid turned my Xbox off."
Right.
I don't know. I'm even in the other leagues I'm in, I'm like, if the person want to play the computer. It's one of those. If he doesn't have a history of cheating like that, I don't know.
Well, let's not call it cheating.
Tough, dude.
We can't call it cheating because without actual evidence. I think it's Hosian coming in now. Without actual evidence, I don't want to assume anything.
Hey, wait. Here's a great idea. A great idea. If you got to play the computer, it has to be broadcast. Broadcast computer games.
But how is that going to prove they didn't disconnect?
You can still see. So say if they disconnect. Yeah, you can still see it on there. I mean, the screen would just go blank.
If I disconnect, I don't know, making it seem like I'm a good thief so I can catch the thieves. But if I disconnect my internet cord, how you gonna tell the difference? It's a disconnection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a really tough rule to fairly balance because we don't have a way to prove that it wasn't a disconnection.
Right.
Yeah, just record the game outside of just put a video camera up and actually record the game. You can see your face. So if you get up, you know you did it.
Some of these people don't want to see their face, Hosian.
Hey. I mean,
it's this dude's face with that trophy you keep showing him.
Yeah, I jumped in, but I'm still, I'm busy. I got the kids and stuff, so I'm trying
to. You're good.
Hey, I appreciate you jumping on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we were just talking about the computer, playing a computer more than once. The fact that we went kind of tight on it, we weren't really enforcing it before, unless it was obvious with 8 starts or something.
Right.
And I was saying that I really don't have a way to enforce it other than, balance, fair and balance with just saying just 1 and that's done because we had a guy who thought it was punishing the person who just gets a disconnection because of connection issues.
Right.
Almost like computer games are a punishment.
Well, the biggest thing is what we need to do is fill the league, get the league full again. That's one of the big keys. That way we don't have that problem. And then two, I mean, honestly, if you, I mean, we're gonna have this problem regardless. Because even if I go on AP and it's a human owner, and you get a desync, I mean, it's hard. Like, yeah, it's hard to pinpoint. But I mean, we don't want guys playing a game 4 or 5 times. Because we've seen it. I mean, I've seen guys with 3 restarts, and it's like, okay, the first game you get a disconnect, the second game your guy got injured, and then you restarted to play the third game and finished it out. It's hard to really manage that.
Yep.
And that's for us to even to put something out there to say, hey, I mean, it's the only fair thing to do is if you lose the connect, that way there is no in between. I mean, if it happens, it happens. Unfortunate, but it's just the way we have to kind of manage it right now because there is no way for us to do it.
Look at the Ravens, who were the Jets 2 Maddens ago. His connection was bad.
Yeah,
he would have literally had 1 or 2 starts, and then he'd be like, "What's going on? Well, my connection is bad." So he's not cheating. He's not, he's just having a bad connection. He's not literally. So there's no real way to balance it. You just put
you talking about Reggie? Hey, I wish he would still live with his mother-in-law because he got great connection.
Well,
I was actually looking forward to playing him in the preseason just to kind of see how my team fared, playing him, because I think I actually faced him during the regular season too, but I just wanted to see how it was and busy with the wife and stuff, the kids.
Yes, sir.
But
yes, sir.
I'm pretty sure now that he's got that connection, we're gonna see the memes coming up soon.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You already see Stephen Billups want to put up some stuff about a free. I got him. All right, hey, I'm a man of my word, Tony. We're gonna keep it moving. Top of the topic. I got you. So next topic, I actually want to go right into it. Let's get into power rankings.
Okay.
You want to do top 5, top 10?
Definitely.
What you want to do?
Well, to me, top 5 makes the most sense because 1 is preseason, and by the time we get to week 5, the records could be any possible direction. So, to me, top 5 makes the most sense until we get some people establishing themselves as the best.
Yeah. Hey, Hoseyan, you there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yep.
Okay.
Right now, do you want top 5 in the NFL or top 5 for each conference?
Let's do NFL.
Okay.
Let's do NFL.
The way they have it ranked.
Is it ranked already?
Yeah, they rank them by records.
That's
Rams number 1, Raiders number 2, Browns number 3.
Yeah.
Cowboys number 4, Seahawks number 5. That's the way they have it ranked. Now, if I'm ranking it,
yeah, our rankings, yeah,
because that,
because some of these games they haven't been played.
Right. Yeah. The way I'm ranking it right now, I like the champ being number 1.
All right.
Easily. You haven't been beat. You had a couple close scares.
Yeah.
You got beaten preseason. So maybe, there's some fatigues, winning fatigue going on. 3-peating's hard, I know. And Hoseyan, I will get you that list. After this podcast, I promise I'll have you that list.
All right.
List of all the champions, and we updated every Madden, but I hadn't gotten to them. So
okay.
But the champ's number 1. I'm sorry, until someone else stands out and proves himself better than him, Falcons are number 2, dude. It's that simple. I don't care what happens in preseason. Falcons were the NFC representative, they're number 2. Now, number 3 is going to be kind of controversial here, but I like the Ravens. They are the biggest threat that's not the Browns. Now, they can let me down this season if they want. I'm challenging right now, Reggie. This is your conference to take.
Wait, time out. You put the Ravens over the Cards?
The Ravens over the Cards, the Ravens over the Texans, The Ravens over the Jags. I say the Ravens are the number 3 team in FNG because they played you to a standstill. Or I'll say this. To me, your heart's beating the most in that game and the Texans game. You're not really going to play the Bears, and the Bears are playing a whole different competition.
Yeah.
So if the Texans were still the Texans owner, I would have had the Texans in that spot. Because they played you closest. But they're not in that division, and it's different playing a different conference. You'll see.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not going to make the playoffs, but he's got the Vikings in his division now with the Bears, and that dude hasn't won on them. He's got all the championships already. You have to keep saying, because Isaiah keeps saying scoreboard, right? But there's a reason why they keep the score. He's got a couple championships, and he's owned that division.
Yeah.
Good players, bad players, good record, bad record. So, I'm not willing to rank the Bears up there yet till I see him play with the Bears. Excellent. Not that he can't, but Texans are a pretty good squad. I want to see what he does with the Bears that have been losing. So number 3 is like I said, the
Ravens.
The Ravens.
Yep.
Number 4, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna say the 49ers.
He's third. He is third in the pot, boy.
Hey,
Right now. I got swept by the Cardinals. I'm just calling out. I got swept by the Cardinals.
Yeah, these comments about to go ham in here. I got the comments too, y'all. I'm gonna read it.
I got swept by the Cardinals, and I split with the Seahawks, but I made it to the NFC Championship. No, I'm sorry, divisional round. I think with the Rams being better, I think the Cardinals going to drop a bit.
Ooh.
But
he only had 2 losses in the regular season. That was to Seahawks and the Falcons.
I know. I'm just telling you. We had a good draft. They had a good draft. I believe that's how it's going to be.
Wow, I like that. I like that prediction. If we'll come back to say, hey, I got swept again by the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Keep this how the Rams play. Number 5.
I think my nephew just responded. Said the Bills is the livest team in this league. He's trying to, pump his brother up, who has the Bills. Justin.
Who's that, Justin?
Yeah,
man.
His brother commenting.
As
long as he gets it right, he might.
Tillman said, has he been drinking tonight? Oh, he's talking 49ers. He's talking about you.
Yeah.
He's talking about you, Tony. Have you been drinking? He got.
Hey, you know what?
You just stirred it up. You put yourself at number 4.
You better win that NFC South, because I haven't heard anything from the Titans.
Oh.
And at number 5, we're going to go with the guy that we were talking about earlier, who had a rough time against the CPU. I mean, beating up CPU and had a rough time in the playoff. I think the Jags are going to make some noise this year.
Billups?
Oh, my God. What? Trey,
boys,
what?
he done left out both the Cardinals and the Seahawks.
He disrespected his division.
I think he did that on purpose.
Turn it up.
See?
Ooh, no. Ooh,
Turn it up.
That stank, dude. Ooh. No, that ain't right.
So you got the Browns, Ravens.
No. Browns, Falcons,
Ravens, 49ers,
and then Jags.
The Jags. Okay.
See,
honestly,
you guys don't understand how motivated seeing that trophy that's done to me. You don't understand that. I'm coming for that. I'm coming for that. And when he plays me, he gonna see what I'm talking about. When the champ,
hey, week 14. Week 14. I want to see you be a number 4 team in this league. Week 14 is on.
Hey,
you're top 5.
In third week of the preseason, I'm number 4 ranked. I mean, we still got some time. But I'm just saying, right now, I'm the most hungry.
Man,
I'm the most motivated.
He
I
just
had a great draft.
Whew. You don't woke up though.
The Raiders had.
Oh my
I'm
God,
right
dude.
now the 4th most hungry team.
Hey, Tone. All right, your top 5. No.
I think he
Okay.
I can't. That's what that's your top five. My top five. Let me give you my top five real quick. I put because I know my day is coming. I put the Falcons there. I put the
Hold on, stop.
Cards there.
Stop. Rank them. Don't just give me 5 teams. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right. So number 1, Browns. Number 2, Falcons. Number 3, Cards. Number 4, Bears.
Based off of
number 5.
The Bears have not won anything. They got
it's
coach.
the user. No, it's a brand new coach, but he's gonna be a dog there. I mean, look what I started with the Browns. He's gonna do the same thing with the Bears.
So, all right, what division was he in?
AFC.
The AFC. He was in the what is that?
He's the Texans, right?
Yeah.
Texans. What is that?
So, you believe
AFC South?
Do you believe? Let me ask you this: do you believe the Vikings are better than the Jaguars?
Yes.
That's why I don't believe he's going to be the third overall team. He won that division because the guy that was in him wasn't challenging like he's going to be challenged in the NFC North. That's why I didn't rank him there.
Hey, talking about, but you didn't put the Vikings in the top 5.
No, you're missing the point.
I guess I did.
He got into the what was his record, like 12-4? He's not going to do that well in the NFC North.
The only one he's going to challenge in there is Kyle. I mean, that's 2 possible losses. He can run away with it with the rest of the league.
He plays other NFC teams. His record is going to be it's different. You know what I mean? He's not playing those AFC teams with all those computer teams either. He's not. He's got a bunch of humans, dogs.
I get what you're saying. He's got to earn them stripes with the Bears. I get you.
That's all I was saying.
Yeah, I got you.
That just means we disagree, Dill. I'm just saying, looking at the competition, the guy that's in his division has won Super Bowls and owned that division.
Yes.
Right? And he's also dominated Chads. We're not even talking about a guy that's won because there was nobody in his division.
But tell me, I mean, all right, so you argue with me, I can argue with you putting yourself at number 4. This is my top 5, my brother. I'm just
saying, we just respectfully disagree. So you got the Bears at number 3.
And then you put the Jags in the top 5. No disrespect to Steven Billups, who owns the Jags. But you just said yourself that his season is really kind of funny because he played a lot of computer games that last season, right? So how is he really the top 5?
Where do you think he's going to finish? All right,
exactly. He probably makes it to the playoffs.
Is he going to win?
He's a 1 and out. He's a 1 and out. He's a 1 and out.
Power rankings is not how good you're going to do. Power rankings is where you think you're going to rank at the end of the season. Right now, who do you think is going to win the AFC South? Just being honest, because we're talking about the Jaguars in the AFC South. Steven Billups. Where do you think he's going to be?
I think he'll take the
wait. I got my boy Tony. Look, I got my boy Tony on here. He representing this live chat. I have faith in you. All right, Tony. I have faith in you. All right.
He's talking about Tony Tillman.
All right. The Jags. Forget the Jags, especially after that post he put on Facebook. All right.
I have one question.
Great wins and all this and I want to play preseason. Forget all that.
I have a question. This Titans owner you're talking about. How did he do when he was the Broncos? Just curious.
Oh, here we go.
Why are we bringing up all stuff? It's a preview to season 2, Madden 19. You put yourself number 4.
We are destined
above the Cards, who only had 2 losses.
To repeat
that is
the
so
past.
Disrespectful.
We're destined to repeat the past unless we learn from it. So we gotta look back from it. I'm just saying.
True. It's true.
Just saying. So who you got him at number 4, right?
Who's your 5th one there, Bill?
You know what? I don't know. Because you messed me up with the Vikings. I'm sorry to the Vikings owner. I forgot all about them. And actually, Tillman just put it on here live.
You forgot. There's a reason why you forgot about him. Because he lost to me in the first round.
Boy, y'all are stirring up that hornet's nest. Watch.
It's going to helmet here. My Tony got the Browns, Falcons, Cards, Vikings, and Seahawks.
I'm sorry. Repeat it again.
Browns, number 1. Falcons, number 2. Cards, number 3.
Okay.
Vikings, number 4.
Okay.
4, not 4. And Seahawks, number 5.
Okay. So he doesn't think the Bears are going to win anything. He likes the NFC West.
I'll tell you what, with the banner and this discussion, Kyle can come out with a vengeance this year. Kyle gonna make sure he's up on that banner. He's gonna make sure
Tony,
he makes it to the NFC title game. I'm telling you.
Hey, I told them the last couple of days. I told Reggie and them today. This season 2 is gonna be crazy because there's so much competition on y'all side.
Yeah.
And then that new owner we just got.
I was about to talk about him. He's the dark horse.
Yes. Now I played him.
This year.
I played him and I was beating him 17-0. I'm like, oh man, he ain't all that. He's whatever. And I'm still playing him. And he made some nice adjustments and came back. And that game could have went.
Name?
Huh?
Matt. What's the new owner's name?
Matt
Leon or something like that.
Matt Leon. Okay.
Yeah, he's.
I apologize if I say your name wrong.
Yeah, he's gonna be a problem. So actually, I got 2. I got Reggie and I got the Chargers. He's gonna be nice.
I think it's clear the 1 and 2 is the Browns and Falcons right now.
Right.
3 you can pretty much between, the guys between the Texans, the Bears, the Jags. I mean, I got to give it to. I would actually go 3 would be the Cards, because even when he was in the AFC as the Chargers, he was consistent. He owned that division.
Yeah.
He came over.
Oh, that was the division the Titans owner was in, right?
Yes. But he came into your division first year and took that division. So,
man.
To come over to the NFC in that tough division, he took it. He owned it.
He definitely did.
So, I mean, I got to give him that because with the competitiveness between all 4 of you guys, for him to come over there for first year and to win it the way he did, I'd have to put him at 3. Then you got Dorian, who, he was over there with the Patriots and NFC, went to the NFC as well. And, I mean, you guys, all 3 of you guys made the playoffs. So,
yeah.
So
he was the 5th. He was the 5th rank. He was the first wild card. So
I would put him for my rankings. It would be Browns, Falcons, Cards, Seahawks, and then it would be a toss-up. But I would give it to the Jags as 5.
Okay.
And then like I said, my dark horse. When you guys were talking about this, I honestly think this new guy, from what I'm hearing between Dan and Dillard, that he may come out the woodwork and run away with the AFC too. He may give Dillard a run for his money this year.
Yeah, so, I know it. Just playing him, I know he's gonna be a problem. He's in your division too. So you guys
I know.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
I'll just get better. I'll just get better.
Yes, sir.
The Dolphins owner started getting a bunch of wins when he came in and just vanished.
Yep.
We did something that we usually don't do, and I'm gonna be nice. We did something we usually don't do. I don't randomly just let people join the league. Usually it's through word of mouth, or you got to have a contact inside to get in.
Right.
Because it's a really well-run league, and Hossein and I don't want someone to come in and be a bad representative and waste our time. So, but the guy hit me up on Facebook and was like, "Hey, man, you got to open. Dolphins open," and he seemed like he was a Dolphins fan, and he really wanted to play with the Dolphins. And he saw the league was still full or near full. And I was like, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go against my normal and get him in here and just see what he does, like he's on probation. And he was doing pretty well. He was getting wins and being able to play within the rules that we have set. And it's not like there's a lot of them, but we're pretty specific as to what we want to go. And then he started taking some losses when the challenges got a little more difficult, right?
Yep.
And I don't even think he made the playoffs.
No, he dropped off after that. After he finally got that first butt whooping, where someone actually challenged him, and it wasn't an easy game. He kind of drifted off of that. I think he took a couple games where he didn't even play, right? He just was like, "I'm done."
And you know how it is. My son likes it when he wins, but the minute he starts getting some competition, he starts getting mad. and he wasn't too happy about the person who won the Super Bowl. And I was a little surprised because I'm like, you came from your conference and you had an opportunity to challenge him. You won your division and got in there. So, long story short, to digress to the original point, the new owner, yeah, he did well against the champ. That don't mean he's going to do well against everyone else. So, yeah, I wish him well, and I hope he's on my schedule. How about that?
That's the thing too. Like even to the new guy Matt, in that game he didn't do nothing cheesy. He played
Right. That's good.
The only thing I asked, and this is Dan. Dan's bringing him in. Read the rules.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, he didn't even the straight up game we played head to head. I think he still fell on the lines, within the rules within our league.
Mm-hmm.
Just read the rules. You got, it's a lot of new guys come in here and they go for it on 4th and 22 and stuff like that. Just read the rules.
Right.
But yeah, I know he's definitely gonna be a problem in the AFC. And as long as he stay, read the rules and be a great owner, communicate, which we're gonna talk about in a minute. He's gonna be solid.
Your brother Rick. I mean, he's got good people to help him too. I mean,
exactly.
Dan invited him to the league and mentioned it to him, so I'm pretty sure he's hyped him up about what he's gonna join and what he's gonna do. So I'm hoping he'll go in and do his due diligence. And if he has questions, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask the questions. If someone's gonna have an answer.
It doesn't hurt to ask, because you'll just get the answer from somebody.
All right. Hey, so I'm
question before we move forward, real quick. Hossein, how many teams do we have open right now?
I believe we still now with the Dolphins. I think I've kind of left them in the league, but we're gonna probably drop them out. We have the Dolphins, the Jets, the Colts, and then the Broncos. So we have 4 teams left still.
All AFC teams, 4 AFC teams open.
Yes, and it was actually good that Matt came to our league division, because it was, instead of us being 2 teams on the CPU, it's just 1 now. So each division has one team that's there. So
that's awesome. All right.
Yeah.
So 4 CPU teams.
Watching too. Y'all know somebody that want to play. Recommend them. Of course, explain the rules of the league. But yeah, definitely bring them on, man. Just fill this league back up.
Yeah.
And we are posting this on YouTube, so there is a good chance that somebody might see this and be inspired with one of those 4 teams, because we do the complete. If you watch any of the other podcasts, we do the complete thing. I'm an owner. I was number 2 in sales last season as far as funds coming in. I managed my team, but ultimately it's about winning based on what the champ's doing, because I can't really. It's hard to focus with the light off that trophy he keeps showing up there. But it's not just about playing games. You know what I mean? Because you got guys that come in the league that may not be the best player in the world, but they're managing their teams, they're doing good trades, they care about their team and make strides there, and eventually get better. Because Reggie wasn't all that great when he first came in, but now he's making noise. So there are other people in that situation too. So we got 4 open teams. So sorry I interrupted, Dill. Go ahead.
No. You're fine. Just trying to hit all our bullet points in here. Keep it moving. That was a funny topic. Joke of the day with your top 5.
No more comments on that?
Huh?
No more comments on that before we
No more comments on that, man. We good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And no one's put any questions or anything on there?
Yes, actually going back to Tony. Thanks for bringing that up. Look it up real quick. Tony had a question about what does it hurt to have somebody play the computer multiple times? Tony Tillman said that.
Good question. You want that, or you want me to take it?
You go ahead. Right, go ahead.
Here's what happens when you play the computer more than one time. Todd Gurley, in my preseason game, got hurt. He's out for 12 weeks.
He sure did.
You play the game multiple times, you can ensure that your guys don't get injured and you win the game. You have a competitive advantage over somebody who just played the computer once, got his injury, got his win, or got his loss. To me, it's not fair for the rest of the league, because now he has to go without the real NFL's MVP or close to it, or Offensive Player of the Year, for 12 weeks. To me, it's only right to one and done. Because
Now,
there's no way for us to track the fact that you aren't gaming the system. I'm not going to say cheating, but gaming the system.
right. Now, what about if something really happened, like power outage? Like I just told you, my daughter turned my Xbox off. Is it all right? Hey, sorry for your luck.
That's the rules, baby. Play humans. Get the league filled. You won't have this problem because you can repeatedly play human, but computer, it's a
wait.
disadvantage.
Well, you can't always say that too. So what about if somebody say I can't play at all? So you play the computer. So you want to play a human, you play a computer, you lose power.
Pay that BG&E.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to. That's one of those issues where we don't try to draw the line, but there's so many variables.
It is. That's why
it's just hard.
That was a good question.
Yeah. The only way around it, and even then, it's not you're just trusting a lot of things that can go wrong. You need a monitor to watch play your game, and you know what I mean. It's just like it's just too many moving parts. How many times did he play? 1. Is the game finished? Yes. Isn't it? No. It's simple. Simplicity sometimes is the easiest thing, even though it's unfair. It seems unfair, but honestly, I'd rather the league just be full and you have more of a chance or less of a chance to have that issue with the disconnection, because there's no real way to solve that problem. Unless Madden could ensure that it could show that I continued the same game that ended, which we don't have really. You can continue that game, but it just shows itself as a restart. It doesn't show that you continue the game in progress. You see what I mean?
Yeah, and that was the other thing I was going to bring up. Even if you get a disconnect, sometimes it'll give you the option to resume where you left off, but it doesn't show us to show that said that was a game that was continued versus a game that was replayed. It's hard it's hard for us to really determine that unless you're going to put up a cam and not broadcast that as you're recording yourself and say, look, the game disconnected. I'm sitting here and I didn't do nothing. It was an actual valid disconnect. It's hard for us to do that, and we always try to tell people, make sure your connection's legit, hardwire versus wireless. Do your due diligence to make sure you got a proper connection when you play those games, because it is crucial. And we understand, you don't want to get the injuries. You want to, you're trying to play a game, you're doing your part, and things happen. We get it. You may lose power. I mean, now we know, like in instances where there's fires in California or there's, things, Mother Nature takes effect. We know, hey, you played, something happened. Okay, we understand. And those certain issues, it's not a problem to replay the game. But, and sometimes you get the same people, though. This isn't a problem for everyone. I know it's like a concern all of a sudden because Kyle had like 3 disconnects. But the only ones that have the problem, me and Tony already know who are the repeat guys. Like, man, this guy's always having to play games over and over and over. And we kind of monitor that. And we, on the back end, we kind of communicate and say, hey, what's going on. So it's not like something we ignore. We do, make it a point to see.
Kind of already know because we've had it going on for years.
Yes.
So it's like we know what your patterns are when we weren't running the speed limit. So now that there's speed limit and tickets and speed cameras, we already know who's going to speed.
Right.
You know what I mean? So trust me.
And
if there was a way around it, I would do it because I hate 100 million rules. I'd rather it just be as natural as it possibly can. But sometimes you got to put things in order to keep things in order.
Yeah. It's a good question, and it's something that we could debate for hours because there is no real way for us to monitor other than us have that rule to say, hey, you make your one attempt, hopefully everything goes well, and you're able to finish the game. If there's a disconnect, for the most part, if it's something serious, like you say, hey, I got an emergency, I had to leave, I couldn't finish the game, we understand that. Real life gets in the way. That's probably one of the few circumstances where we won't really say, hey, you got to take the sim. Right. But if it's something where you're playing, you made it to the third quarter and there's a disconnect, it's part of Madden. We've all been playing Madden long enough to know that these things happen. That's not something we control, regulate. I mean, you would think by now Madden has them servers. As much money as they made off of everyone playing the game would have these servers locked down to where you wouldn't have that problem. But unfortunately, it's an issue.
It's like you said, Dill. It's going to take some competition for all of a sudden these things to stop. Yep. Somebody else got to get a football game going. That's what it is. Really.
But good question. That is a very good question because that's something you could debate all day long, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was from Tony Tillman. He said he understood the rules. He just wanted everybody else to hear it. So thank you for the question, Tony.
Yeah. There's no dumb question. You know what I mean? Whether you ask and get the answer because somebody else might be scared to ask or not think of it until you ask it. So we appreciate the questions.
Yep. All right. So you said we're going to be on it, be on topics. You know, topic. So this is a big topic for me right here. And I'm glad you brought it up earlier today. But owners only able to play at one time. So you hit them up or they hit you up and say, hey, I can play right now. That's it. Or they say, I could play at 6 p.m. Saturday. Come on. Or no, it was like 9 p.m. Saturday, an hour before the advance. Dude.
Hey, man, usually with those, it's simple. We being Tony kind of know, we look at it and say, look, you have 3 days to schedule your games. If you only have 1 day available,
go to AP.
You get your butt on AP. There is no argument. There is no debate. There's no way you can sit there and tell me that you're entitled to play the game when you cannot find at least a couple times. It's an hour of your time to play.
2 hours a week, dude.
Yeah.
We're in a league where you joined to play Madden. The games start and end in 60 minutes. You just give me 2 hours a week, you can maybe get a championship. But if you cannot invest 2 hours a week, we're not asking you to do a podcast. We're not asking you to do the rankings. We're not asking you to monitor anything. All you got to do is play your game and hit ready up so we can advance.
Yep.
If you cannot give an hour, maybe this is more of a commitment than you can take.
There it is. So that's my biggest thing. You know, you knew what you signed up for.
Yeah.
And it's actually not bad. We advance twice a week.
Right.
Wednesday night at 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Saturday, 10 o'clock Eastern time. 10 p.m.
Right.
You know when you advance. You signed up for this league. Play your games. If you can't do it, like you just said, this is not the league for you.
No.
Like Tillman always says, you know your schedule better than everyone else's.
Correct.
If I know I work night shift, I will give you what my schedule is every single day for that advance. Can you, Hossein, play within these hours? It's either a yes or a no. Yeah. But if he tells me no, I say, well, when are you available during these 3 days? And then let me choose. That usually works the best because I'll pick a time. I'll sacrifice either some sleep for work or some time with family for that one game because he's West Coast and I'm East Coast or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you gotta be able to flex. And if your schedule's version on prime night tight, then dude, just go on AP for that week. It's just a one launch.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. And then like I've always told some people where they've if they talk to us on the side, it's like, well, it's not fair. Yeah, but it's at the same time it's a commitment you made and it's your time management to make an effort to play your games. And that's what I always stress when I post it. Make sure you post your availabilities because we know our own time. So if you can't make those, that's why I hate those posts when I see people say, hey, when can you play? Or can you play right now? And it's like I get that you took the initiative to try to play the game, but 9 out of 10 times when you make a post like that, like at 8 o'clock at night, that other person you're playing is probably asleep, doing other things. They're not on their phone waiting for you to put a post. So at least when you make that simple post at the bottom or something following it, say, here are my days of availability. That way, if they can't play right now and they see that tag, they can say, okay, well, I wasn't able to play when he hit me up, but he's free Tuesday, he's free Wednesday. Let me see if I'm available, and then I respond back. But these, hey, can you play now? Or what's up? What's going down? Those plain posts. It's hard because
we are grown-ass men.
Yeah. You're not providing
families.
anything.
We're doing, my wife has me doing stuff during the week. You got to let me know when you want to play with some time so I can, knock her out and then go play or something. Come on.
Hey, look. So I'm not going to call this owner out. I'm not going to call this owner out. You talking about being, we might got kids a word. I was very mad.
I
And,
couldn't hear.
you know, so basically, I know we advanced on a Saturday night. So after the advance, I hit him up. Not saying we had to play that night, but I said, hey, I'm free all day Sunday. I'm free after 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Wednesday. I didn't hear nothing from him that night. All day Sunday, nothing. All day Monday, nothing. I didn't hear from this individual until Tuesday night. That's the thing I don't get, because stuff could come up. My thing is, if you know when these leagues advance, you see your name as fools. We can see if you've seen our message. It shows you on Facebook.
Yeah.
It shows your name.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, if you see it, just respond.
Yeah.
We got family, we got jobs. We love to play this game, but we got other stuff we got to do too. Just respond. That's it.
And
that's all
that's been Nash's biggest pet too, where but he's vocal about it. He's actually posting, and he hits people up. I think he tagged someone where I guess he tried to schedule the game, couldn't schedule the game, took a sim loss because he couldn't play the person. And I think the person left the league after that. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken.
How is that fair? How is that fair? You know, to that.
You know, so
I'm being honest. I will fight that. I believe the individual throws all these times out, and this person waits to the last minute to try to, play, and all of a sudden now, all right, look, I'm not free at this time. But 3 days ago, you could have hit me up. We could have set up a time.
Well, that is probably the best scenario where you can say, hey, look, I gave this guy 3 days of scheduling. He gives me 1 day that I'm not available, or he doesn't even show up. You can literally say, hey, look, I got to get a force win because I can't play this game. You know what I mean?
But even then, our thing is in our like I do in our post when I do the advances. You guys if you guys make the post, that's one thing. We always try to say if you're PMing one another in private, as long as you have something documented that, hey, I've made the initial contact on this day, or we were PMing each other during this time frame. You have the day before, and I know it sucks, but you always have that time to let us know, hey, I've reached out to this person. I haven't heard anything. Can you put them on AP? And we don't have a problem doing that as long as we can track a post to say, yep, you're right. You did tag him on. You tagged him initially on Wednesday night. You didn't hear from him all day Thursday. Now it's coming into Friday. You got stuff to do. I mean, Tiger's good at doing that. If Tiger sees that he's tagged someone, he hasn't heard anything, he'll call that person out, and then he'll hit up me and Trags and say, hey, I don't have any availability these additional days. This is my only window. This is why I made the initial post with my times. Can I get that person on AP? Then 9 out of 10 times, Tony and I have actually tried to reach out to that individual to say, hey, are you free to play? If not, and we give them time to respond. If we don't get a response back, you're going on AP. We're letting that individual play that made the effort. It's just respect. You got to have the respect for one another.
Yeah.
Because we all have stuff we have to do. I mean, yes, we would all love to be able to say we can sit in front of a TV just to play this game, but we all have lives. We all have, we have wives, kids, work.
It's a grown man league.
Yeah. Yeah. So
wait. Here's another thing too. We also in other leagues. So myself, I'm actually in 4 different leagues.
Hey man, I ain't worried about you. I ain't worried about you in other leagues, man.
There's no other leagues.
Wait, I'm just saying,
I get you. You got other things going on.
Yeah, but no, I'm gonna say this: no other league is doing stuff like this.
No, I was just kidding, though.
No, I know you're good, but I'm just saying, I got other stuff going on.
Yeah.
So, in a lot of my stuff, I'm actually free mostly after 10 o'clock. I could play earlier, of course, but I could try to play after 10 because, of course, I'm a good father. I'm gonna spend time with my kids. Of course, my wife needs her time. So that's all I'm saying, guys. Y'all signed up for this league. Just communicate. The very first day, and I'm a big thing within the first 24 hours. If you're waiting, if we advance that Saturday night and you wait until Monday afternoon, that's still pushing it to me.
No, it is pushing it.
Sometimes I don't respond the first day because I'm married with kids and got a weird schedule at work, even though I'm currently out, right? But when I know my schedule is wide open and I don't respond the first day, it's usually because I know I'll flex to whatever day you want, whatever time you want. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm not really that pressed for the first 24 hours because I know I'm wide open. Hey, whatever time's best for you during this time. But I'll still sometimes not even get a response. Like it'll be like, no answer, no answer. And honestly, I'll repeat it again. That I'll tag them in another post that, hey, John Smith, what day you want to play? I'm wide open. Then I'll be like, Hosian, I have not heard from this owner. And I'll tag them in the weekly advance post, so it's out there on Front Street because I don't like dealing with. Me and you are cool, Dill, because I've had games with you and experiences with you. I know an inbox with you is going to be good, but a newer owner or somebody that I don't really know what they're. If I agree to a time with you and you're a newer owner, I'll be like, hey, look, Hosian, I know we said this in instant message, but I look forward to playing you at 10 p.m. Tuesday evening or 10 p.m. Wednesday evening, because I'm not gonna allow not Wednesday but Monday evening. So I'm not gonna allow a miscommunication through inbox turn into me getting a sim.
Right.
Because I can't afford losses. I just can't. I gotta get that trophy.
I mean, and if you see the post that between me and Reggie, I mean, we initially didn't post the times like an actual post to say this is when we're available, but we were communicating. We were respecting each other. I knew he had his son's birthday. I think it was today. He was actually doing the party today, but it was his birthday yesterday. So we were in constant communication, and eventually our times didn't work, and I just flexed and said, you know what, I'll go on AP. If you can play, great. If not, we'll send the game. Simple as that. But biggest thing is just have respect for one another. We're all grown men. You know your time. Manage your time. Post your availability. Even if it's some funky hours, just post your availability so at least the person knows you're acknowledging the fact that you're attempting to play your game. And, you have 3 days. I mean, I know sometimes life happens, but like Tony mentioned earlier, if you just can't play your game, don't drag your feet and have your opponent waiting. And then the day of, I've been waiting 3 days. You could have told me this, initially on the first day that you knew you weren't going to be able to play, so I could have knocked this game out. So it's, just have a little respect for one another. Communicate is the biggest thing. We have it on Facebook. You can PM. Some of us have gotten to know each other, enough to where we have each other's numbers and we're texting each other. So, it's a big family. So do your due diligence, respect one another, provide your times, availability. And if you just can't play, I know you don't want to take the L, but be a man up, and just go on AP and let your opponent play. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It's as simple as that.
Yes, sir.
For those people that are watching and hearing this, it may sound like we're complaining, but it's more or less, once you get into this league, if you're not in the league and you're trying to get into the league, once you get in this league, it's going to be run so tight that you're not going to want to lose your spot because you can't respond to your owner, to your opponent. You're obviously in the league because you want to play games. Someone not doing that has me questioning their motivation. So I shouldn't have to question someone's motivation. If I want to play the game, if I have a tight schedule, I'm gonna contact you early or sometimes before the advance, so I know when we have it to get it out the way. Because I'm flying to Italy in a week or something. You know what I mean? So just handle your business like a grown man. I mean, that's because most of the guys in here are grown men.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, that was a good one. I'm glad you brought that up. Last season, I was just so ticked off with this individual. I'm like, man, why did you wait until the last day? And you said I'm hitting you up. And then he finally hit me back. He's like, well, let's just play right now. Like, come on, man. I hate that. Oh, yeah. You talking about a pet peeve of mine. Yeah.
Let me drop the baby that I'm changing the diaper for and play you right now.
I hate that. Don't tell me let's play right now. So, but on a good note, fellas, season 1 was a huge success across the board. I believe season 2 is going to be epic. I mean, we got some heavy hitters in this league. I'm definitely predicting. I told Reggie this today. I could have up to 5 losses this upcoming season. I play your division.
Yep.
Also I played Reggie. It actually could be 6.
Wow.
I played Reggie twice. If Isaiah would have stayed with the Texans, I think I played him week 17.
Wow.
So
that'd have been seeded right there.
Yeah, I got a tough schedule. So, fellas, once again, I brought out Cigar. You can tell I barely
Hey,
smoked this thing.
did y'all give a shout out to Tony for that trophy, man?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Early.
yeah, definitely.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
yeah.
because that's and I apologize, I jumped in late, so I want to give a shout out to him as well. But I think that trophy right there has made a lot of people hungry.
Yep.
Man,
That
it's
that
nice.
trophy is the real deal. So you're gonna have a lot of people just trying to get to that bad boy right there.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Oh, it's going to work tomorrow. So it's going to work tomorrow. No, Tony, man, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I appreciate everybody, being on here. We had about up to 9 viewers. Good questions on here and comments on the live feed. Trying to get my other nephew, Reggie's other brother, Brandon. He's thinking about trading in his PlayStation 4 to get Xbox so he could join the league.
Oh.
So yeah, another good player.
Man, we like it when his family coming in because we know they gonna be committed to the league. So that's awesome.
Oh yeah, I mean, sure, at his son's birthday party we was talking about Madden. So so we were talking about. Did you take the
trophy to the birthday party too?
I forgot it on the table. I forgot. I was gonna take a picture and sit in his couch with the trophy in my hand. I forgot the trophy. No, proud of Reggie, man. Him and his wife they built a beautiful house, and yeah, proud of him. And yeah, he definitely hardwired now. So it's gonna be my schedule's gonna be crazy this upcoming football season. So
he had a potential alternative bizarro scenario. Week 8, you play the Cardinals at Arizona. That potentially could have been the Super Bowl. So he has a chance to show you what would have happened had they played you.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah, on a good note, fellas, if we can make this, I don't know. I want to share the trophy. I mean, I'm obviously going to try to go 3 feet on y'all. 3 feet, 3 in a row. But it's very light. Tony did an excellent job. Tony, God bless you and your family, man. I appreciate it, man. Tony,
actually, it's a good thing he's back, man, because he stepped away from the game for a little bit. So it's nice to have him back.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yep. So, hey, y'all got anything?
Get him on the podcast.
Who? Who? Tony? Yeah. I know. I don't get it, man. Yeah. Come on, Tony. Come on, man.
He's busy, man. I think he's from one of his posts. It seems like he's building a new home or something somewhere.
What are you doing, enterprising and running your own business and loving your family and your wife? just forget all that and get on the podcast, man.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna leave it like this, and this is funny. If you please give your predictions of your top 5, because what Tony said, I strongly disagree. So please give us your predictions. I've seen a couple guys in the live feed gave us their prediction.
Right.
Yeah, just share what y'all think.
I'll make a post and when I'll put a little picture on there, and I'll just see what everybody's responses are. So that way we can look back at the end of the year and see who was right.
Yes.
Hey, real quick, what teams are open again? That was a question.
We have the Jets, the Colts,
Broncos,
the Broncos, and the Dolphins.
Yep, those 4 teams.
Looks like he's having technical difficulties.
Who?
You went blank for a minute.
Oh, did I? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're good now.
Did you get the teams there?
Yep, he's good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. No, yeah, he just asked a question in the live feed.
Yeah,
actually, but Hoseyan, you didn't give us your top 5.
I did. I picked the Browns was 1, Falcons 2, Cardinals 3, the Seahawks 4, and then it was a toss-up between the Jags, but Jags was my 5th.
Yeah. That's what he said.
Y'all got the Jags the top 5, man. That's hoax. I'm sorry. All right.
They have the MVP.
I don't care. It's computer games. We already explained that. We already talked about that.
Hey, man. Look, it's just like Tony. It's just like it's not his fault. He's playing the CPU. It's just the way the schedule lined up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, because I used to complain about this, like, man, this dude's he's breaking records, but he's playing the CPU. He's stat padding.
Yeah.
So, but you can't help it either. I mean, if it's kind of
our fault. He's setting the schedule.
Yeah, he's
playing the games in front of him.
Yeah.
Exactly. So hopefully this year he don't have as many CPU games. So we'll see. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe with him having a full schedule of actual people, he may have a little bit tougher to get in the playoffs. But it's still his division to lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Especially now with the Texas guy.
The guy that won his division is not in his division no more. In my opinion, he's gonna. It's almost like he's got a playoff spot in there unless Tillman proves to us he's the Tillman of old.
I was about to say, if Tillman comes back and he gets that Titans team going, then it's a good possibility he'll give him a run for his money.
Okay, so all right, last thing, and I think this is big. We missed it. We have not done this, but hey, we started late. If you could pull it up, week 1, game of the week.
Week 1 of the schedule.
Week 1 of the schedule, game of the week, and we're asking whoever gets the game of the week, please broadcast that game.
Oh crap! It might be. Hopefully, it's not me and the Bears.
Let's see. We got the Browns line.
So, is that something you're saying you want people to start doing going forward? The game of the week broadcast it.
Yes, sir.
But
that'd be nice.
What if it's not a game of the week that we pick though? Because we usually pick game of the week. Because when you start playing, you start getting those. You start looking for those games, those matchups. You're like, man, this one's probably going to be a pretty good matchup this week. And we usually we used to pick the games of the week.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
There's two games.
I'm asking y'all to pick.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I know the game sometimes does pick it for you. Say this is the game of the week.
No. I want you guys to pick. Yes, sir.
Okay.
There's 2 games I want to see. 1, the Texans visiting the Titans. We get a chance to see the new Houston owner and the new Texans owner to see who's going to win a division.
That's what's his name? Is it Marcus? Putting Marcus on the spot there.
He's got a team that can obviously go win the division and win in the playoffs. He just essentially was handed that team. And we have the Titans. He has playoff experience, championship experience. To me, I want to see what that looks like week 1. Now, we don't know what injuries are going to happen between week 3 and the top, but I want to see that game. Had I not been suspended, 49ers at Ravens would be a really good game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a super good game. The only other one that's close is Panthers-Seahawks. Panthers missed the playoffs by 1 game.
Yeah.
They were 11-5 and didn't make the playoffs. So, seeing how the Panthers rebound from the draft that they had, which was a pretty good draft, I was hating on a lot of their picks because a lot of them were ones that I was scouting. Usually, I was around too late for a lot of the guys that he picked. And the Seahawks, they were the number 5 seed in the playoffs. So the NFC, that's a game that I wanted to see. The Panthers, 2 playoff teams, or one potential playoff team by a game, and the Seahawks, they're definitely a playoff team. Everybody, at least even if they're not in their top 5, everybody respects the Seahawks. Those are the 2 that just jump out at me.
I'm trying to load up to see who. I mean, I think those are good games. So I'm just trying to see if there's.
Because I'm looking, I don't see anything else.
Here's a quick lineup: Rams at Lions. Rams, if you want to watch the Rams play, that's really the main reason. The Lions have not been playoff relevant since Isaiah Nash had them. Now, maybe this might be the season for them to do it, but I'm just going off what I expect immediate turnarounds. Giants at Packers. This might be the first time the Giants have made the playoffs in 4 or 5 Maddens. Packers are languishing in the AFC North because the dominance of the Vikings. You know what I mean? So,
right.
Dolphins at Bengals, a CPU team potentially. Like I said, I like the Texans and Titans at Titans. Bills at Jets, CPU. Eagles at Redskins, that's potentially a CPU because we gotta see what Corn Nichols doing.
Right.
Jaguars at Colts, CPU. Broncos at Chiefs, CPU. Patriots at Chargers. Patriots drafted that receiver at number 4. I mean, I don't know what they're doing out there.
Who is the Patriots anyways? Who is that again? Who is that owner? Dang, I'm trying to think.
I couldn't tell you.
Because it almost would seem. I mean, that I'd be interested in that one because that's the new guy. That's Matt right there, starting his debut as, in FNG. So I'd be interested to see.
And another dark horse for me, Bears at Raiders. I believe that the Raiders had probably one of the best drafts of the draft. And the Bears owner is really good. They got Matt. They got a playoff coach. So I would want to watch that one too. That would be my dark horse. That's AFC versus NFC. But for NFC, Panthers, Seahawks, AFC, Titans, Texans.
Stephen Billups just said the same thing. Bears and the Raiders.
Yeah.
Would be a good. Yeah, he just said the same thing. He's been hitting me up on Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Said I'm disrespecting him right now. not put him in the top 5. I'm sorry, brother.
That's all right.
You know,
he's in 2 top 5s. Think about that. We have.
I think honestly, what's his name? I think our game's gonna get broadcast no matter what, man. Because Tom submitted a point to put it out there, that the Mac is coming back to Oakland, and so we were going back and forth with that. I made it a point to let him know we did good in free agency, and we did good in the draft. So this team is hopefully, I'll be ready. So
actually, hey, that's my vote. That's the game of the week. Raiders versus the Bears.
Raiders-Bears.
Raiders-Bears.
I figured Thompson's probably his intent was to broadcast that game. So, and if that's what he was wanting to do, we could definitely do that.
Just real quick, I don't know if next time we do a podcast, so can we do week 2? So you have 2 weeks in a row, and then we'll be good.
Week 2.
Yeah, week 2.
Seahawks, Rams. Seahawks at Rams. See that new look Rams offense with that rookie that they got versus the Seahawks defense, the playoff defense.
It would have been the Cardinals and 49ers.
Browns.
Yeah, man. Why are you gonna muck around? I'm looking at this season 2, and you got some good games, Tranks. Oh, and you
right. I don't know what you said.
And you and Dan.
Man, no, I don't know what to tell you,
man. Well, I tell you what, man. I'm looking at this whole season. I'm like, dude, you got some good games we're gonna miss out on.
Yeah, Chiefs at Browns though would be my other one, because he said he's gonna make the playoffs and win in the playoffs just so he can potentially get on the banner.
Yeah, I think you're right though. Week 2 is Seahawks Rams.
Yeah,
yours definitely would have been you and Dan playing would have been definitely a prime game to look for. And I don't know if and that's the other thing with Bullock. Yeah, I think you're right. Week 2, that's the only one I really see that I'd want to look at. Man, how is Steven? Man, he got 2 CPU games back to back.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo,
look at this man. He's watching right now.
I think Fournette better not have no 300 yards rushing, or he gonna get benched.
Woosah.
He better not have no outrageous. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna have to look at those games because that's
got this man your top 5.
But
over the Cards and the Seahawks. Come on, Tone.
Damn, what is week 3 the same way? Let me look. Now you got me looking the whole season.
Right.
Well, we can just pull up their schedule. I mean, that's simple.
No, he's good. He's good. I mean, I can't hate on him. He's got. I could have been if we wouldn't have picked up the owner for the Chargers. Me and Bullock could have been easy playing 4 games versus a CPU, which could have gave us easily a playoff spot over someone else because we had no one in our division. So I can't really hate on him, but best believe I will be looking at them stats. So for
Colts,
he has 3 games.
Colts
in the
Broncos,
first
Chargers.
5 weeks. CPU. Week 1, 2.
Let's get some
5.
people in the league, man.
Yep.
You just mentioned you have somebody that's trading in their PS4 for the PS2 for the Xbox.
Yeah, he's been texting me right now.
He can
pick his team now, and we can he can get into the league, start reading stuff up. If he's gonna do it, he might as well get into the league now. So
I just got threatened. I don't know why. I just got threatened by my nephew Justin talking about he about to come to my house and steal the trophy. Come get it. See, that's the thing. You got to steal it. I earned it.
Woo! You
That's a
got
mic.
to steal it.
Hey, that's a trophy drop. All right, so just going back. Yeah, top 5, Jag. Thank you. Week 1 is the Raiders and
Bears at Raiders.
Yep. All right, that's week 1. And then week 2 is what?
Seahawks and Rams.
Seahawks and Rams. There you go, fellas.
Yeah, Seahawks at Rams.
So I'll put it on games of the week.
And yeah, going forward, hopefully Tranks won't have any issues with the advancing leagues, and we can watch some of his games because he won't be on suspension no more.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Okay, I just need you to clarify. What did you just say?
You won't be advancing.
Oh, 10-4. Yeah, no, I won't be advancing. You said advance to the playoffs, right? Advance to the playoffs right now.
Hey man.
Nah, man, you don't even have. I don't think you even have. You haven't had commish rights on the game for a minute now. I think I made it a point so everybody knew you have not had commish rights on there for a while. So
well, you know it's good though. I got to change the numbers on all my rookies and guys that came in.
You did.
I love doing that.
You did.
Not having the commish rights helps. So
yeah. Hey, but see, that's just for y'all can see too that we as commissioners hold each other accountable as well.
Yeah, we definitely do.
We joke around and we like we're doing now, but when we make mistakes, we hold each other accountable. So yeah. I hope you guys appreciate that.
Yep. Hey, yeah, fellas, don't go nowhere. Give me 1 second. I got a guest coming in.
Uh-oh.
To talk trash. Give me 1 second. Gmail.
Well, since we're waiting, let's look at the Jags' schedule.
That's perfect.
Hey, and that's who's coming in.
We got Chargers week 3. That's going to be their first challenge, right? At Chargers, the new owner, Mark, right?
Matt
will be that might be week 3 game of the week, really, if you think about it, because we already did the new owner, and Jacksonville has a chance to really prove that those computer teams that they play week 1 and week 2 don't matter. Week 3, they got the Texans.
I got them week 6. Woo.
Week 4, they got another computer game because it's in a division. I mean, there's nothing they can do about it. Week 5, they play the Colts at home. Then they go to Oakland to play the Raiders. That's going to be a good game. Or it won't. Depends on whether or not them computer games make him lackadaisical.
Or if the Raiders show up.
Week 8, they got the playoff Ravens. And they're my number 3 ranked team.
Oh yeah, his second half of the season is gonna get tough.
They got the Titans, and everybody know Tony's not no easy out. They're at the Panthers. They're gonna make them earn it. Now the Bills were talking about that they were good or something like that. They play the Jaguars. Jaguars come to Buffalo, so they got a chance to show the league what they got. Hopefully they broadcast it. Then they play the Titans again 3 weeks later. This time it's at Jacksonville. Then they got the Chiefs with Kareem Hunt, not without Kareem Hunt. It'll be at Jacksonville. Then they got the Texans and Saints on the road. They'll be on the road for the Texans and the Saints.
And they got the Falcons last.
They got the NFC champion last year, the Atlanta Falcons at Jacksonville. So this schedule ain't easy. They just got a couple.
I know we're waiting for Billups to join. I just sent it to him. Real quick, Dorian just hit you and Hosayana on Facebook. So I've been talking to my nephew and sending their chats back and forth. They've been having issues actually connecting. They're supposed to play their preseason game, but I think they're going to try to play yesterday. Right. They had issues connecting. And they've been trying to play all day today. Okay. And it's not connecting at all. So he just gave that example out like, hey, they can't even connect. They're saying they can't sync. So
that happens.
Yeah.
Some couples are compatible, Just got to move on. You take whatever injuries the sim give you.
Hey, you know what though? I just seen a picture. Dorian do look like, was it CT Fletcher?
Oh, really?
I just seen a picture. I gotta do a side by side. I'm sorry, that's random. But I just seen a picture pop up, and I don't know if you've seen Dorian. Dorian's bald with the little beard and everything.
Right.
He looks just like that dude. I'm sorry, that was random, but I'm about to do a side by side and put it on Facebook. So there you go.
I appreciate that.
No, but yeah, I'm waiting for him to join. So
it sounds like that's going to be a sim.
Yeah,
my
game with the Ravens is going to be a sim too, because I knew he was busy, so he couldn't get the game in. Yeah, but I got to make sure we're good. I'm tracking time because we advanced tonight. So,
well, looking at your schedule, Dill, you said you see 5 losses. Show me where those losses
are. No, 6. Let me.
Man.
There he
Hey.
Hey, what?
The blatant disrespect I get from Dillard, who I think back in the when you my captain back in the day, Dillard. Did you make captain?
Captain what?
At 99 football team.
No. I wasn't captain. No, sir.
One of my captains, my man, the M section.
Yeah, M section.
Grew up around the corner from each other.
Yes, sir.
Just disrespect me like that, man.
It's not disrespect. My thing is, it is disrespect. It's Tony. So Tony has you number 5, but Tony also has himself at number 4.
Yeah,
acting like the Cards didn't sweep him. At all.
Yeah.
He came in 3rd and they still got himself number 4. It don't have the Cards or Seahawks in the top 5.
No, I don't.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a top 5 team. Just a real talk. So I just it's just funny because I've been busy and I turned on as soon as I turned on the YouTube, that's the first thing I hear was you just get me. I was like, damn. I know I ain't shitty. Excuse my language. But no, I don't think I'm a top 5 team. I think my game, I don't play it enough. Be honest with you. I play 3 times a week, and that's a good week. I don't practice. That's why I say I want to get in the lab too, because my game was the truth 4 or 5 years ago. Before my kids got older, sports, activities, and all that kind of stuff, man. So I still love it. I think I compete well because I got football knowledge. So and that's really what get me through it. I still play probably 1995 football. You run the ball, play good defense. And any series with a kick. So that keeps me in most of my games. So
yeah. But
that's right there, brother.
Dude, it was. It's no disrespect. It's one of those.
It's just funny. It's the first thing I hear when I turn it on. I'm like, man, then me and Dillard, we just played, and I know it was an exhibition or preseason, whatever you want to call it. But when your guys was in there, your ones versus my ones, I held up, bro.
Hey, a win is a win.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Even though the strength advance is a win. So, and last time I checked,
that's what happened last year.
Last time I checked, the Jaguars are the last 2 teams to defeat you. One in preseason and one in playoffs. So, come get some.
Hey, let me make a phone call real quick.
Real talk. You the champ, though. You the champ.
I'm just all right. Real quick, you asked me a question. Tranks. You said, no, I ain't though. Dang, come on back.
While you figuring it out, it's probably the hardest part or the weakest part of a top 5. If you have 12 teams in the playoffs, somebody's going to be out.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So Ravens week 3. Rams. That's always a good game. Your whole division. I got them week 4. I got week 5 Seahawks, bye week.
You gotta count out. You're counting losses. That's what we're asking. Counting losses.
So possible. Like I'm just saying possible losses.
No. That's not how we do it when we do schedule. You said you have 6 losses, right? So
all right, so I'll take it back then. So I'll take it back. It could be 1, 3.
I'm sorry, I'm not really accepting that answer because it's so general. I think I could potentially lose to this team, weeks whatever.
14. Week 14.
So 1 loss?
No, I'm just no. You're not going to beat me. So I'm not even. That wasn't counted.
So that's one of your wins.
That's one of my wins. So my loss could be week 3. It could be week 5, and it could be week 8.
So that's against the Ravens.
The Ravens.
Seahawks.
Yep. Seahawks. Cardinals. Yep.
So you're saying you're going to go 2-2 in the NFC West? That's what you're saying. Rams and 49ers. That's okay. I just want to on the record. The new look Rams with that rookie they just got.
All right,
you going to retract
it
first.
Let me retract it. I'm gonna have 1 loss.
One loss,
and it's a possible loss, and that's to Dan, the Cards. I'm gonna destroy. Okay. I'm gonna destroy Reggie.
I don't think you'll beat the Ravens twice, man.
I beat the Ravens twice already, man.
I don't think you'll do it this year.
I'm 38. No, man. I got this. I'm trying to get another one, man. He's lonely right here, man.
Save this video. You're going to lose to the Ravens at least once this year.
It's a possibility, but I'm not counting him as my loss.
Facts.
He's calling it. He's calling it right now, live.
I'm guaranteeing you're going to lose to the computer. So now what? With your
you might be right. You might be right.
Yeah. I've 1 loss, Dan. And I'm gonna win that game. So there you go,
man. You know, if you take that loss against the Ravens, Billups is gonna eat you up alive on those.
Nah, because Reggie gonna do it for me.
That's true. Yeah. That is true.
That's what I missed when he was the Jets and he went on that winning streak. Oh yeah, I love his post.
Oh yeah.
And I see you started back up. What's up with that dance?
Hey, you got to get it when you can, man.
Hey, for sure.
So up to 6 losses, possibly. Because obviously I pick 1 loss, it'll be Dan. Everybody else, I'm gonna destroy.
There you go.
So
that sounds like the champ.
So you say you're gonna win by 21 or more against everybody, then, right?
I didn't say that.
You said you destroy. That's a difference between winning. You said destroy.
Hey man, why are you breaking down the words because it's coming out of my mouth, man?
You said you're gonna make at least 3 FNG owners quit. Is what you said.
Hey, yeah, so you can have more computer games.
Hey, I don't have any more on my schedule than anybody else.
Yeah, there you go.
So I mean, it is what it is. I see some guys lose the computers. I see some guys barely beat the computer. I just play the guys on my schedule. So if I get 3 games and I happen to get 250 yards and 10 touchdowns in those 3 games, so be it.
I can't stand you, man. You're going to take the MVP away from Mayfield. He's getting it this year. I'm guaranteeing he's getting it this year. So.
Okay. Calling your shot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not if he get injured in week 1.
Hey, shut up, man. Why you going to speak that? I hope your thumbs cramp up when you play.
There you go.
This right here.
You the champ. You the champ.
Understand this. Garoppolo got hurt on a non-contact play where he didn't get hit. He threw a touchdown pass. No one around him. Out for 4 weeks. The game before the playoffs. Trust me.
Tony,
any game.
Tony, hey, love you, man. You my guy. I appreciate you putting this league together. Been around since 2006.
Oh yeah, Madden 2006.
But I lost a lot of respect for you right now when you put yourself in the top 5. So right now,
I'll tell you what.
Hey, I look at it this way. I'm on the banner.
I can't.
I'm on the banner, and I got to play off.
No, I gotta ask this. When was the last time you won a Super Bowl?
I want to say.
When was Jesus born?
Wow.
Hey, Madden 14. Madden 2014.
Okay. That was before my time.
Yeah.
It's a lot of owners on here sounding like the Dallas Cowboys, though. I'm just gonna say that. It's like y'all won 3 championships in 4 years, 25 years ago.
Right,
barely getting 500 records every year
yes,
since then. But
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I respect the history too.
Hey, this season is gonna be fire. I promise. It's gonna be nice, man. It ain't no for sure. I can't pick who's gonna win the Super Bowl this year. But I know whoever's playing me, they better bring their A game. That's it. That's it. Whoever's playing me, bring your A game. I'm broadcasting every one of my games.
Awesome.
So, but I love it, fellas. Love it. Steve.
Hey, you the champ, man. That's all I can say.
Yeah. You the MVP.
You pick up that every time make you feel good. Take a shower with it, all that good
stuff. Hey, my kids was walking around the house with it. You know what I'm saying?
When donuts with dad, take it to school with you. You know, have show and tell, give it to your kid. Let them talk about the FNG league. You know,
yes, sir.
We need 4 owners.
Yeah. So
to play Steve. So I'm just saying. Yeah. Who might drop? Oh, I'm sorry. No. Trophy drop. All right, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fellas. Tony, we said we're gonna try to keep this within an hour. It don't work.
Never happen.
It don't work, man. It don't. But fellas, it's always a joy to kick it with y'all, talk about the league.
Yes, sir.
This season's gonna be fire. Y'all got any questions, stuff like that? Still, you put it on the comments on YouTube or put it on Facebook under the post. Good luck to everybody. I hope everybody is injury free at the beginning of the season. Some people are not.
You want to turn off the injuries? Is that what you're saying? You want to turn off the injuries?
Man, I want to talk about that, but that's gonna take forever. So no, we ain't gonna talk about that. Yeah. But
I want to say one thing. I respect everything all you guys are doing, and the amount of time you guys spend making this league great. Like I respect this so much. I know it's not easy, to say the least.
Yeah.
I know it's not easy. So it's good work.
Wait. Commissioner Ass Vance.
No.
There it is.
Hey, if I could, y'all know I could talk with the best of them. So, hey, but I respect it. But he take ownership of everything he do, right? So that I respect that he ain't in here making excuses about nothing. So, we can all make jokes, we can all be pissed off and all that good stuff. But this man put the time in, he worked, and he loves this league. So, and I loved it because of him. So I respect this man 100%. Man.
That's not going to help you get a Super Bowl, but that sounds great.
It's
anyway, we're going
to when we end this, I want to run something by you. Somebody about advancing, because I was going to say, last thing I was going to say was ready up. But they ran something that maybe it might be able to automatically advance. So I want to try something in the practice league after we do this, after we end this. I want everybody to join that's in this chat to join the practice league and see if we can get it to automatically advance without people readying up.
You can. So I posted that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's what I want to do after this. After we end the show.
I've noticed these first 3 preseason games, mine is advanced on its own.
Okay.
So it does work for sure. But yeah, I'm happy to.
Well, we're gonna test it out with everybody that's in this chat, and we'll see how it looks.
Yes, sir. And real quick, Steve, too, man. Appreciate you stepping up, taking ownership of the position change, stuff like that.
No doubt.
Yeah, that's big, real big.
Yep, good stuff.
And I tell you guys, the ones that put their changes request in, and I don't respond right away. It's not because I'm not paying attention. I'm really doing my due diligence, trying to keep the credibility of the league going forward, man. So I'm not just trying to say yes or no quickly to anybody. I'm really trying to put some time into it. So much respect to everybody, but I just want to keep this league great. I want to make sure we're making the wise choices and setting the right precedents going forward. So
absolutely, we appreciate that, man. Respect.
Appreciate it. Hey, anything else, fellas?
Nope, I'm good.
No, appreciate you jumping on, Steven, man.
No doubt.
Exactly. Hey, good luck against the computer.
Yeah, I'll do my best. 400 yards rushing.
Yeah, whatever. Kick rocks. Hey, y'all take care, fellas.
All right, fellas.
All right,